How lucky are we to have not one, but two 18-hole Donald Ross Championship golf courses right here in our backyards. Mill Creek Golf Course was selected by Golf Week as one of America's 30 best municipal courses, continuing to challenge golfers of all levels and featuring golf instruction by PGA professionals, a state-of-the-art practice range, a PGA of America recognized pro shop, kids programs, and a relaxing grill room for a memorable golf experience. For more information or to schedule a tee time, visit millcreekmetroparks.org.
My guy keeps it 100% of the time. He wants all 100, won't settle for 99. And it's more than stats because there's people in those numbers. And I was one of the lost sheep. I'm so glad he cares for all 100. I'm 100% safe, 100% free, 100% love. I can be 100% me. He gave all 100 when they put him up on that tree. That's 100% passion for 100% free. So if I play in front of 100, or if I play in front of 2, there's an audience of 1 getting 100% of what I can do.
Good evening and welcome to Bob Scene Park Field number 2, where we have even more Youngstown Class B action. This time the 14U's take the field. It's Nightline versus the Astro Falcons. Hi everybody, Matt Marr on the call for you, and out on the bump for the Astros is going to be Ben Otis. Should be a fun time for him out there going up against the Nightline lineup that looks like this. First up is the shortstop number 3 in Isaac Unkeffer. He's followed by the center fielder number 15 in Jordan Becker. After him will be the first baseman number 2 in Drew Chismar, and then the third baseman number 6, Joe Severn. Following him will be the left fielder number 31 in Jonathan Akins, and then the right fielder number 13, Eddie Bradley. After him will be the catcher number 99, Travis McMurray, and then the second baseman number 4, Luca Carcetti. After him is the pitcher number 39 in Braden Desenko. And following things off, and rounding things off, I should say, here will be the extra hitter number 9 in Jack West. Of course, no stats here available for 14U, so we're just going solely off of player names and hoping that my camera decides not to blur. The first pitch is in there, misses for ball number 1. Underway here at 8:24. Last game went a little bit longer than we were hoping. Went right to the time limit. Ended at 8 o'clock exactly, so we needed time for the grounds crew to get off. Umpires to switch up gear. Next one's in there for strike number 1. So a whole lot of waiting there, but hey, we get things going later rather than sooner, and that's how it goes sometimes. At least we get the game in here on a beautiful Wednesday night. Sun setting here. Can still see some of that blue sky up there as it goes back. And I just couldn't ask for a better day, especially with the last 2 days where they've been all dark and dreary, just gray clouds. Haven't been able to play baseball because of it. It's just has not been fun. There's still some games elsewhere that didn't get to play today because of how bad they got it. That one swung on and fouled off. Lake County Captains up in, well, Lake County, just east of Cleveland. Their game got canceled today because their field conditions just were unplayable. So minor league baseball on the Cleveland Guardians system didn't get the game in, so I'll have to make that game up at some point, if they even do. Sometimes with minor league baseball, they just decide not to. The 1-2 swung on, fouled off. Just figured it's not worth the time for the makeup. You know, you got to travel, you got to pay for gas for the buses. If they're far enough away, maybe they'll give them a plane, but more often than not, you're playing teams that are within driving distance. So you've got to pay for that, room and board. There's a whole lot of expenses there that minor league baseball just doesn't have the funds for. That one's popped up and goes out of play. So, with that game, who knows? But with this one, we're still playing. And I believe this was a makeup from one of the last 2 days that has been nothing but rain. So we get it in here today. Again, a really nice day. A little cool on the evening here as we get to the lower 60s right now, about mid-60s with some wind. It's been a very consistent breeze. Sometimes it picks up a little bit here and there, but it's still been blowing nonetheless. The 2-2 swung on and missed, and there's one away. Uncaffer goes down. That brings up Jordan Becker. Becker number 15 today. Here for Nightline, going up against Otis. My camera has been nothing but a pain in the rear end ever since I started using it here. No, as of late, actually, I pretty much started doing this in basketball season, so it just doesn't want to focus, and I'm not really sure why. I'm able to autofocus it here or manually focus it by pressing a photo button on the camcorder, but it obviously doesn't keep, or else, well, I wouldn't have to keep explaining that one. It would have blurred once and would be fine. Kind of leaving up 1 ball and 1 strike. Astro Falcons in this season are 11-2 overall, good for first place right now. Not by a whole large margin. You got the Avalanche only half a game behind them. They have 149 runs for and just 45 against. That is the least amount of runs given up and the most scored by any team. That's what you want to see from your first place team. Meanwhile, on the very opposite end of the spectrum here, Nightline are just 1-11 and are 9.5 games behind these Astro Falcons for first place. I'm sure first place isn't an idea right now. That one's inside for ball number 3. The idea is just to finish the season on a high note. Theirs is coming to an end within the next week or so here. 12 games played, 21-4 and 128 against. Their defense has just not done the job here this season. A lot of work for these young men to really try and get it up, and we'll see what some of these guys can do next year when they graduate up to the 16U level. And the rest of them are going to try and keep things going here at 14 before they're able to have that birthday to get them up. Next one's missed for strike number 3, and there's 2 away. 2 strikeouts here for Ben Otis. Great showing so far here against this Nightline team. Is going up against a bit of a taller batter here in Gismar. Number 2. Nightline today wearing gray tops and red sleeves, red lettering, red numbers. First pitch is in there for strike number 1, but a little bit throwing me off here. They're wearing just very clear white pants. Nothing down the sides, red belts. The 0-1. Mark for ball number 1. Meanwhile, Astros just sporting the all-white fit here. White tops, white bottoms, and even white caps. They have an orange brim with the Astro Falcon logo on top. Blue Astro Falcon across the chest with the star logo. Blue lettering with orange trim. They got a blue stripe down the middle. Orange belt. Ball number 2 here. Dark blue, navy blue, however you want to say it. Socks here. Some of them wearing them up above towards their knees. The other ones underneath their pants. The 2-1. It's always a style choice. That's always optional. It doesn't matter how you have it. Ball number 3 here to the batter for Nightline. Trying not to go down in order here. And right now it's looking like they might be able to get their first runner, pardon me, aboard. On a walk, the 3-1. Not so fast, says Otis, though. Makes him swing through and miss on a really nice pitch to swing at. Just got the better of him, and the count runs full. On Gismar, you got Severin on deck. We'll see if he gets an at-bat here in this top half of the inning. Payoff pitch. Off the mark, and he will get a bat. So Severin comes up after the 2-out walk. issued by Otis. Not a whole lot more you can really say about these two teams because, again, there's just no extra statistics that we can talk about here. We just have their record and upcoming schedules, but even then it's a pain in the butt to try and figure it out because you got to look at everybody. One's on their call for strike number 1 on Severn. Trying to keep this inning going, move that runner over, and maybe bring somebody home. He'd have to hit this really, really well and maybe even get the better of one of those outfielders. And with the Astro Falcons only giving up those 45 runs, you got to think that they've got an almost pristine defense out there. It doesn't make too many mistakes. So that's going to be a tall order there to try and get past them. Make them make some mistakes. The 1-1 swung on, not too deep, but not too shallow either. Right into the glove of Reese for out number 3. One's left on, nobody comes in. Bottom half of the first inning when we come back here on YSN.
There are 4 members of GoldenStringRadio.org that works for your sports network. Super Dave, Kristen, Scotty, and myself. And if you love our work at Golden String, Isle, and Purple Cat, you are going to love the soon-to-be-open Gaba Camp out at Farmer Casey's Ranch in Coatesville Township. It has all the nice, beautiful scenery, will feature cabins, and a whole lot of other great outdoor stuff. I'm Radar Pavlov, and my sports network is your sports network.
If you can dream it, you can live it. Enjoy outdoor living at its finest with outdoor furniture at Sheely's. Whether hosting picnics or dining al fresco, with outdoor dining sets, you can bring family and friends together. You can create an outdoor oasis for your patio or deck, perfect for relaxing summer evenings. And unwind under the stars when you cozy up to a nice fire. Savor the season with outdoor living at Sheely's. Sheely's, the best things in life happen at home.
Going the extra mile at Greenwood Chevrolet means to be there.
It means a lot that I can make a difference in others' lives.
And just being there for them every step of the way.
And that's how you stay in business for 40 years.
That's what going the extra mile means, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Braden DeCenzo out there on the bump for Nightline. The opposition looks like this. First up is the center fielder number 10 in Caden Reese. He's followed by the extra hitter number 21 in Jake Dovich. Then the pitcher number 24, Ben Otis, comes to bat. In that cleanup spot will be the shortstop number 14 in Jaden Amos. And then the left fielder number 2 in Taco Veraco. After him will be the first baseman number 17 in Logan Patelis. And then the third baseman, number 23, in Ford Stacy. After him is the right fielder, number 5, in Ryan Weibling. And then the second baseman, number 12, Joey Gabriel. Rounding things off will be the catcher, number 28, in Georgie Camuso. The pitch is a little bit off the mark for ball number 1, and that's how the Astro Falcons will start off their night of offense. Nothing here on team stats or player stats. It's all blank here. The 1-0 upstairs, ball number 2. 2-0. It's off the mark for ball number 3. So 3-0 the count here on the leadoff batter for the Astro Falcons, and the pitch. Called high for strike number 1. Reese thought he was going to take his base on that one and gets holed up for at least another offering here from DeCenso. 3-1. Off the mark, and this time he does take it. Didn't even wait, and the umpire agrees this time. So that's a walk, and that'll bring up Dovich. Jake Dovich looking to see if he can get on board himself here. Maybe following Reese's footsteps, maybe the exact same footsteps there they left behind in the dirt. Who knows? The pitch. Runner's off and running. Ball 1 low. Throw to second. We'll have it. Big reason is because McMurray behind the plate just couldn't get a full grip on that within enough time to make a really decent throw like he did. And that was a good throw. It's on target. Didn't go too far, too short. Just didn't get there in time, and that's the only thing that's really hurt him right there. The 1-0 is swung on and missed, and the count will even up 1 ball and 1 strike. Keep an eye on Reese, though. He seems to be a little bit of a flight risk for Nightline. Going after those bases. See how often he decides to run. The 1-1 is in there for strike number 2. He'll stay put over at second base. Didn't like the look of that pitch. That was 1 ball and 2 strikes on the batter, and now DeCenso looks in. Long look over at second. Low couple looks back and forth. Throw over, swung on, hit down the third base side. Left fielder giving chase. Puts his glove up, and it drops down fair. Runner to third, and he's being told to come on home. Big turnaround, but there's not going to be any throw to the plate. They throw to second, but the runner's in safely. And it is a 1-0 ball game here for the Astro Falcons as they strike first. And we'll see if they continue to strike often here on this early lead. Brings up the pitcher here, number 2 for Otis. Giving them 150 runs for on the season as well. Pitch. Swung on, fouls it back, strike number 1. 0-1 the count. Not a whole lot of wind out there right now. Even the leaves are dormant at the moment, so temperature is just whatever it is outside. Next one's in there for strike 2. Batter's in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes now on a Astro Falcon batter. We'll see if DeCenso can get knockout number 1. 0-2. Swung on, goes after that one, and it'll end up just foul on the third base side. Had no chance of rolling back in. And so the third baseman, Severn, goes after it, touches it, and throws it back over to his pitcher. And they'll accept that that is just going to be a foul ball. And the count will stay. No balls and 2 strikes on the batters. He steps back up and gets ready for another pitch. Senso ready. It is 0-2. It is high, a little bit away. Runner stays put over at second base. And is now Dovich over there, just in case you missed that RBI double. Brought in Reese. Leadoff walk and that double to this point. It's it for Astro Falcons. Swung on and missed. Runner over to third. Tag. Not going to be in time. Runner's going to steal. But there's one away here on the swing and a miss by Otis. And that'll bring up Amos, number 14. See if Jaden Amos has what it takes to bring in run number 2 for his team and get on board himself. Not the most dominant start here, but it's still working for them. The pitch is swung on, hit down the first base line. He has it. Tags, run comes in, scores, 2 away. But 2 in as well. Bases are clear. You know what? This might be one of the better situations here, or better scenarios, I should say, for Nightline to start off a game. RBI ground out for Amos, brings up Veraco. Tycho Veraco, his first pitch comes in. Off the plate, says our umpire, it's ball number 1. See a helicopter going on in the background just off your screen, and even if it was, you probably couldn't see because of how far away it is. Probably wouldn't even be picked up at all. The 1-0. Swung on and popped up. This might do it here. Center fielder chasing after it. Becker comes in, makes the grab, gets to his knees. That's out number 3. Astro just get 2 runs here, and Nightline comes back to bat. We'll see what they do when we do return.
We believe expectations are made to be exceeded. At the new Toyota of Warren, it's about more than just getting a great deal. It's about service you can count on and a friendship you can trust. Year after year, we've done what we do best. We've gone the extra mile so you could too. Because we know it's just not about buying a new car. It's the start of a new adventure. Toyota of Warren, driven by you.
Your culinary adventure awaits at Legends Food and Drink. Experience a welcoming ambiance while you explore our appetizing menu featuring over 20 meals under $20 and over 30 lunches for $12 or less. Our private dining room seat between 10 and 20 at no additional cost. And don't forget our spacious 35-seat bar for your favorite sporting event. Book your special occasion in our elegant banquet room that seats up to 150 comfortably. Legends Food and Drink, a taste you'll remember. Market Street and Route 224 in Boardman.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday maintenance and repairs to new installations, electrical upgrades, and safety inspections, no job is too big or too small. Call Joe Dickey Electric today, 800-549-3976, or visit DickeyElectric.com. That's DickeyElectric.com.
Hi, this is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions, reminding you that it is open enrollment for Medicare.
Now through December 7th, those who qualify can visit our local independent agency by calling us at 330-953-3722 or visiting us at wrsinsurancesolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
Well, when I said that camera just does not want to cooperate, this is exactly what I meant. I haven't seen it get that bad yet. That is just awful. It doesn't even want to focus now. I hope that's not a... All right, there we go. Keep our fingers crossed that it doesn't get too bad again. Jonathan Akins to start things off. The first pitch, and there it goes. Swung on, popped up out towards right field. Not too deep. Right fielder, no, first baseman, I should say, is after it. Metellus makes it for out number 1 on the pop. 1 away here. Brings up Bradley, number 13 here. Eddie Bradley. You got Eddie Bradley and then Travis McMurray, pardon me. And then we'll see after that how much further they can go here against Otis. Man, Otis does not look bad at all in the slightest. 2 strikeouts, a walk. Force out. That one swung through and missed. Not the best pitch to go after, but he went after it, and he's going to have to deal with the consequence there with that strike. The 0-1 pitch. So he looks deep inside. Has it, winds up, and delivers. Thinking bunt, still gets called anyways for strike number 2. Never actually put his bat out for the bunt, but you could tell that he was thinking about it. As soon as he saw it just speed right by him, there's no chance that he could put that out. Pitch. Swung through and missed. Went out a ball that went up way too high, and there's 2 away here on the swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts now for Ben Otis, and that brings up McMurray, number 99. Travis McMurray now tasked with trying to keep this top of the second inning going for his team. Again, very similar to that first inning. First 2 go down, but what will the third batter do? Pitch. Called for strike number 1. That's what the first pitch will do against him, but still yet to see how the batter is going to respond in total. The 0-1. In there for strike number 2. A nice find. Yet again, Otis just seems to fully settled into this game. Not letting too much get away from the plate. Just nice pitches after pitch. The 0-2. Didn't swing at that one. Not like we saw with Bradley, and that's ball number 1. Yeah, Guccetti, DeCenso, and West after that. Will they be the first 3 batters of the next inning, or will one of them get a chance at least? The 1-2. Umpire says misses just low. Ball number 2. Count leaving up. Otis still looking for that punch out. The pitch. Swung on, fouls it off. As the screen just does not want to cooperate. Hopefully when that sun does set, it'll be a little bit less irritating. Use that word. Can be irritating, a little nauseating too, just to see that screen blur in real time. I do apologize, the equipment just doesn't want to cooperate right now, and that camera hasn't been cooperating for a while. Ball goes way upstairs just in case you missed it, and it's full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes now on McMurray, who has done a good job here in battling against Otis. And now, who will win the battle? Payoff pitch, swung on, rounds it up very softly, up towards first. Has it, takes it himself, and that is out number 3. So, 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the second inning comes up next here on YSN.
Why choose local? Because you live here, work here, learn here, relax here, and celebrate here. 21 WFMJ is our Valley's only locally owned TV station, and our focus is local. Other TV stations don't have that same focus, as their owners are somewhere else. But 21 WFMJ is rooted in the Valley. Local people making decisions that affect your life, right here where you live.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730 or visit ksquared.marketing to learn more.
Let's face it, buying a home is one of the toughest things you'll ever do. At Forever Homes, we are licensed realtors that specialize in representing our clients in the purchase and sale of single-family residences and income property in Columbiana County. We truly love this area. We were born in this area, and we pride ourselves on the knowledge of transactions, school districts, neighborhoods, and related services. So the next time you need to buy or sell your home, make it Forever. Forever Homes Realty.
We know when it comes to insurance, you have so many choices. But if you're looking for someone who lives in your community, someone who cheers for your community, well then please let us introduce ourselves. Hi, we're Heiner Insurance. How can we help?
Logan Patelis to start things off for the Astro Falcons, already leading just 2-0. The pitch lobs it right over the plate, and I mean lobs it for strike number one. Patelis just decides not to go after that one. We'll see what the next pitch or two has in store. Got Patelis, Stacy, and Weibling. The 0-1 is swung on, fouled off, and the batter's in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes. Well, we're the only 14U game being played at this time. There was one, I believe, at 5:30 that was played. Boardman, I want to say. I'm not 100% sure where that one was. The 0-2. It's off the mark for ball number 1. Splitting a lot of time between Scene, Boardman, and I can't remember where the third one spot was, but I know there's 3 spots that they've been divvying these games up. The 1-2. Off the mark for ball number 2. It's just 18U over on 3 and over on 1. Avalanche and Astro Falcons are playing over there. And then over on 3, I'm not 100% sure. We'll check on that here in a second. The 2-2. Swung on, hits it well, and that's going to be a base hit into center field. It almost just kind of dies there. Our center fielder and Becker goes after it. That's a leadoff single here for Patelis in the Astro Falcons. Just going after that ball, and that'll bring up number 2-3 here in Ford Stacy. Coach, catcher, and now the infielder all coming in to have a chat. And we'll go ahead and let them have their word. I'll let you know what happens when we do return.
Reliability. Innovation. Scale. These 3 values are those we look forward to in our business and in our team. If you're ready for a reliable employer who looks constantly to think outside the box in big ways, we're ready for you. Apply now. Help us push the envelope and deliver success. Envelope 1. Take that one extra step.
Just a small little conversation with DeCenso and his coach. Next pitch is fouled up. Popped up, I should say. Who's got that one? Chasing after it and throw over. And there was a person who went over and got it. And that is out number 1. Completely missed that one. Didn't realize there was anybody back. Runner's back in safely. So a pop out, I want to say, over to third base. And I'll just go ahead and put that on my scribbles. And I'll bring up Weibling. Now the pitch. Swung on, grounds it softly. Who's got that one? Third base, no second base. Nobody's covering. Over to the pitcher who does. Tags. They say it's in time. 2 away. They move the runner over to second base. Nightline's defense is really working wonders here against the Astro Falcons. Only 2 runs against at the moment. But they might be able to hold them to 0 runs here in the second inning, which would be an accomplishment on its own. Ian Weibling, the pitch. Swung through and missed. Pardon me, it's Gabriel Weibling just rounded out. Pardon me. So Joe Gabriel, the 0-1 count. Pitch comes low and bounces into the dirt. The count will even up 1 ball and 1 strike against him. Well, still an opportunity to do some damage here and at least get it to 3. They can get a base hit here, and that would bring him home as long as he goes deep enough. The 1-1 bounces away. Well, now it doesn't matter how deep it goes. The runner's going to take off to third and get in safely. Man standing, no throw. And a little bit more of a favorable count for the pitcher, for the batter. 2 away here from taking his base, but he's still 2 away from being out number 3, so got to be careful. As always, the 2-1. Way up high, ball number 3. Now he's 1 away. That's how it goes sometimes. You got Camuso after him, and then you're back to the top of the order. We can try and go through the order once throughout the first 2 innings. 3-1. Lobs it in there, and now the camera just does not want to focus. And they're going to say that hit him. Pardon me, it was walk there. See, even I couldn't see through that camera. Got it back up and running. Runners at the quarter here. Still just 2 away, so shouldn't stay still just. There are 2 away, and that brings up Camuso. So they'll get through the order once. Runner takes off going over to second base on ball number 1. I think it's time for me to try and grab a new camera here, if there's any available. The 1-0. Stairs a little inside for ball number 2. And you can take my word for it here that I was doing whatever I could to try and get that back up. I just don't know why I didn't want to cooperate. It's starting to blur up again. Here it goes. 2-0. And this is for ball number 3 here. Yeah, no way you can know that unless you just listen to me. Back to the top of the order with Caden Reese after this. 3-0. Called for strike number 1. Not going to get the bases full that easily. Sensa's not going to let the top of the order come back up without a bit of a fight. The pitch is swung on. Hit well out towards left center field. Drops in the hole. Center fielder comes in, and they'll make it 4-0 here. Runner goes to first, stays put. But the 2 runners come in to score. More damage has been done. Swinging on a 3-1 and getting it in. Why not? That will bring back up Caden Reese. Walked so far in this game. Let's see if he can get a base hit here and move that runner over a little bit further than second. Or he'll just try and steal himself. Throw, tag, gets away from the second baseman. Shortstop's there to back him up. Make sure that the runner doesn't get up and try for third. And not a horrible throw there, just not a great reception by the outfield. Caden Reese is 1-0. Swung on, and that one might drop. Second baseman chasing, and it does right in front of him. Would have been behind. Runner around third, comes home. Throw will miss the cutoff man. Now the elite runner comes in over from first to second. It's 5-0, and he'll be aboard at second base safely. Hidden. He was still running, so give him an RBI on that one. RBI base hit, and then just takes over to second base as they throw it away. Brings up 2-1 here in Jake Dovich. RBI double already in this game. Pitch. It's off the mark for ball number 1. Still a great job here for our umpires, just calling a fair game right now. The 1-0. And there for strike number 1, the count leaving up. Ben Otis after him, who's 0 for 1 in this game. See what the situation is. If he does come up, pitches low for ball number 2, ends up in the dirt. Got a giant plane going on overhead again. You can't really make that out. It actually looks like there's a little black dot that's going through your screen there. Doesn't look like a plane, but you can trust me when I say that is. The 2-1 swung on and popped up. He's got that one. Shortstop comes in, makes the grab, and there's 3 away. They leave 1 on, but bring 3 more in. 5-0 Astro Falcons lead it here on YSN.
Going the extra mile at Greenwood Chevrolet means we want to take care of the community that takes care of us too.
And we have to work together always. And that's how you stay in business for 40 years.
You know, I love being a helper because when I help somebody, it makes me feel good.
It means a lot that I can make a difference in others' lives.
So I will do everything I can and just being there for them every step of the way.
I want them to know within the first 5 minutes that they could depend on me. That's what going the extra mile means, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Why choose local? Because you live here, work here, learn here, relax here, and celebrate here. 21 WFMJ is our Valley's only locally owned TV station, and our focus is local. Other TV stations don't have that same focus, as their owners are somewhere else. But 21 WFMJ is rooted in the Valley. Local people making decisions that affect your life, right here where you live.
The environment in the hospital can be very intense for a patient. Being able to put a smile on their face brightens up my day. I go to Youngstown State University and my passion is nursing. What I love about studying nursing is that it takes you out of the classroom and into the lab. It's really hands-on. The professors here push you to be your absolute best, so if you want it, you gotta work hard for it. I am so excited about my future. I'm Shantiana and I am why I'm proud.
Change. This one word can make you break out in a cold sweat. But with change comes wisdom, experience, and understanding. At Myers Family Insurance, we can help make changes in Medicare, insurance, and retirement a positive experience for you and your family. We've gone through changes, like our new office and new faces to help our family of clients too.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance. Check us out online at MyersFamilyINS.com or find us on Facebook.
We know when it comes to insurance, you have so many choices. But if you're looking for someone who lives in your community, someone who cheers for your community, well then please let us introduce ourselves. Hi, we're Heiner Insurance. How can we help?
Top half of the 3rd inning now for Nightline. You got Carchatti, DeCenso, and West to start things off. And the first pitch is swung through and missed for strike number 1 here by Luca Carchatti. Second baseman getting some work in already defensively. A 1 from Otis. Swung through and missed. Strike number 2, batters in the hole. Camera just continues to be the man of my existence tonight. The 0-2 was swung on and missed. 3 straight misses, and there's 1 away. Brings up the pitcher here, and Braden DeCenso. Let's see if he can add some offense here and help his team out that way. Defensively, I mean, he was looking really solid there in the 2nd inning, but then those 3 runs came in after he just kind of caught off guard. Pitch is off the mark, a little low for ball number 1. Good look here by our pitcher. You got Jack West, and you're back to the top of the order. We'll see if the top of the order gets the bat here. The 1-0. Swung on and missed, and the count will even up. 1 ball and 1 strike on 3-9.